My name's Steve Bender. I'm a founding partner at GreenLight Media Marketing. We're a branded entertainment and content shop out of Southern California. And the story needs to come from a purpose. So I think one of the reasons that a lot of people are here at AdTech today is that with ad blocking, with consumers getting that much savvier about avoiding the things that are interrupting us from doing what we want to during a day, the brands that are succeeding are the ones that are providing some sort of a purpose. You know, we used to say people don't love Facebook, they love their friends and their family, and they love showing off a little bit, and they love learning things, and they love feeling a certain way, and that's what the content on those social platforms can do for people. And if it's my friend or my peer or somebody that I respect that's posting something, that's going to automatically be more personally relevant to me than sometimes if a brand did it or even a media publisher pushed something down. So I think there's absolutely more personalization as an opportunity. I think what a lot of brands are trying to do is that they've been seduced by the very cost-effective promise of user-generated content, and they're sort of scrapbooking their way towards a brand story by pulling all of the different little pieces that consumers may post about their brand. And I think that's okay, but I think it keeps you in this circle of people using your product for whatever they're using it for, but it's really hard to get beyond that group. It's really hard to change kind of your stars as a brand if you're only following what consumers are saying about you right now. There's a shakeout right now in content marketing. I think you've got heavyweight content that can be featured documentaries, it can be a music festival, it can be a television show, it can be something big and that creates a moment in time for that culture. You've got a lot of middleweight content when you're seeing a lot of native advertising, and that's kind of where the two lenses come together, the publisher and what that audience wants, and the brand and what they want that audience to hear, and then they try to kind of put that together, and that's fine. It doesn't tend to have the lasting value of creating your own property, but it can certainly work in that one-to-one environment. And then you've got lightweight content at the bottom. And I think the lightweight content can be anything from a soda company pushing 50 posts out on social media just to Brazil in a day. It can be user-generated content. It's kind of the light little, maybe you're gonna get 2 seconds with a consumer, and if you've got a low involvement purchase, or if you've got something that you're simply trying to reinforce, it's completely effective. It can be great for top of mind, lightweight engagement. I think what we always try to do is align the right content strategy with the business challenge and the marketing objectives of the client. And if they have a heavier challenge, if we're trying to get you to think something differently about Hyundai than you did 3 years ago, and ultimately get you to buy a $50,000 car, rainbow colored paint jobs one week, pink tires the next week, and the athlete of the day from the NFL the next week isn't really going to do it for you. We're going to have to create something that's going to probably systematically change your perception of them to be a bit more sophisticated, a bit more prestigious, and that's where more of the kind of narrative programs and the larger properties that we create comes into play.